Hi, my name is Marvin Lindsay. I'm the senior pastor of First Presbyterian Church in Columbia.
And I'm John Ludwig. I'm the director of Christian Formation.
And we're here today to tell ghost stories. John, tell me a ghost story.
Ooh.
Do you know any ghost stories?
One time, in a very dark, scary place that's very similar to this place right here. Actually, it was almost, it was a room. It was basically this room. There was a ghost.
The church is haunted. Oh man, I didn't know this church was haunted.
I've heard stories.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. But yes. One of our sextons has encountered a ghost, or at least encountered something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think a creepy feeling.
Okay. When I was a kid, we would go to the beach and we would cross these. Well, now they even took the railroad tracks up. These railroad tracks in Mako, North Carolina, which is like a wide place in the road, but it was a scary place because and there's something floating in the hallway outside, and this place was haunted because once upon a time Joe Baldwin, the brakeman on the train, he lost his head because another train crashed into the caboose, and so people would see a light on the railroad tracks, and they'd say that's Joe Baldwin looking for his severed head. So that's the ghost story I know, and I pass down faithfully to my kids. Why are we talking about ghost stories, John?
Because we're talking about the resurrection appearance of Jesus, where Jesus kind of floats through or transports through, somehow comes through a wall, and the disciples are a little freaked out by it.
Right.
As you would probably be if someone floated through this wall right here.
Right. Well, and if you'd seen this person you knew, you'd seen them publicly executed.
Right.
And then just 3 days later, he's standing in your midst.
Yeah, there's no doubt in your mind that he has died.
That's right.
You watch this human being die, there's nothing else it could have been.
Right. But now he's standing in front of you. So
right.
What's going on here? And Luke tells us that the disciples thought that he was a ghost.
Right.
And so and Jesus says, "No, I'm not a ghost." And he says, "Come here and look at my wounds. It's me. Take hold of me." And then he asks for a piece of fish to eat, and he eats the fish. So Jesus is trying to give them some kind of tactile proof that he's not just a spirit from beyond.
Yeah.
He's the same person who was put to death 3 days before, and has been raised from the dead.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm not a headless train. Would you call him brakeman?
Right. I'm not Joe Baldwin.
I'm not Joe Baldwin. I'm the Jesus you knew 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Right.
So one thing I want to talk about in my sermon is how ghosts and then other kind of paranormal events and undead creatures, they express these things, these legends and stories. They kind of express our anxieties about death, but they also kind of express our anxieties about life in a lot of different ways, and how Jesus, who is resurrected from the dead, is God's gift to us to address these anxieties, our fear of dying, our guilt about things we've done in the past, our fears of other people or of things that are going on in the world. So
I think that's great because I think it really elevates that idea of be not afraid.
Yeah. Which I think, that's. If you want to boil down the gospel to one phrase, "Be not afraid," is probably a pretty good choice.
Yeah.
So, are you going to tell your kids the story of Joe Baldwin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
When they're older.
Yeah,
maybe?
when they're old enough to talk about.
Right. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. So be not afraid. Jesus is raised. He is risen indeed. And join us in worship this Sunday morning. You're going to be playing the guitar this Sunday morning.
Oh yeah,
is that right?
I am going to be leading worship in the first service.
Okay. All right. So you're going to be singing and electric or acoustic?
Acoustic.
Okay, acoustic. And then at 11 o'clock, so that's at 9 o'clock in the Ramsey Fellowship Center, contemporary worship. And then traditional worship, you'll be giving the children's sermon.
That's right.
At 11 o'clock. And
maybe telling ghost stories. I don't know.
And I'll be preaching at both services. Kathy Jackson will be offering prayers, and we invite you to join us this Sunday morning and celebrate the good news that Christ is risen, and we need not be afraid. Thanks. Goodbye.